How's it going, everybody? It's AfroDJMac, and I got a brand new Ableton Live pack for you. It's called the Ice Cold Synths, and this is a collection of 40 different instrument racks, all inspired by the winter, by snow, by cold, by ice. I wanted to capture a frigid feeling, lots of texture in there, kind of like ice, brittle, cold. Because so often we have synths that are warm and soothing, and while I love that, I thought it'd be nice to do something that was a bit opposite of that and see what we can come up with. And the result is 40 of these different synths that I think have some really cool sounds. I just want to show you a few of them so you can understand what's going on here. A lot of these sounds have a lot of evolution over time, so as you hold down the notes, there's quite a lot of movement. They're longer samples where there's a lot of manipulation going on to the sound during the sampling process. And there's a really nice one called Ghost Horses. There's a lot of rhythm going on here. So to create these sounds, I programmed a lot of digital synthesizers, whether they're virtual or like a DX7 Korg Volca for the FM sound, some hardware synths. I did some granular synthesis, which actually makes up quite a few of these sounds as well, because that allowed me to get this really kind of cold, interesting, textural sound that I was going for. And like just with one note on this particular sound, you can hear there's quite a lot going on. Some of them are even made from some strange samples. This is supposed to sound like a lake freezing. I sampled a lot of metallic things, a metal water bottle, scraping it, a ride cymbal, to help get some of these kind of cold metal sounds. I believe this is from the ride cymbal. I just ran the drumstick around the cymbal itself and then pitched it out using Ableton's tuner device. I think it makes like a nice atmospheric sound. And maybe this is a good time to show you some of the macro controls. Every single one of these has these controls. A nice attack, so you can get some cool fade-ins. And a release control for controlling how quickly the notes die out. That would be instantly, and then you can do much longer things. 60 seconds takes quite a while. You've got a filter. I'll turn this one down for a second before I get to that. Got a different sound here. Filter's really nice. You got control of the resonance. It starts out as a low-pass filter, but you've also got the filter morph control. So you can take your sounds and morph the filter so that they change quite a bit. So depending on where your filter morph sound is, the filter behaves in much different ways. And I've also got this like rhythmic filter dance effect going on, which at its core is an LFO on an auto filter. But I've set it up so that you can increase the amount of like synced movement on your filter by turning up the filter dance control. All the way up with 30 would be quite a lot of movement, and all the way down to 0, which is nothing. And you control the speed. It's synced to your tempo. And you also control the style of the dance, which is essentially the waveform of the LFO. And there is some stereo movement going on if you have headphones on or some nice speakers that can take advantage of that, in this particular setting especially. We'll move on to some other sounds. This one is called Ice 9. Inspired by the weapon of mass destruction in Kurt Vonnegut's novel. And it's supposed to have this sound of like things just turning into ice, like kind of instantaneously. It's, I think, a very interesting effect. And we can add some movement to that too. kind of like a nice ice wind sound in there too. After they left, there's just like a real nice kind of loneliness or sadness to this sound. Really like that one a lot. The frozen reed. Again, I hope you can notice like the coldness to this. Kind of a pretty sound there. Ice winds. This is a little bit more of like an effect. And this is a kind of oddball sample of metallic sounds run through some granular synthesis. We can play around with our filtered dance movements. Get some like really unusual sounds out of this. And essentially that's the pack. There's 40 of these sounds, all inspired, like I said, by the cold, by winter. Some like cold FM type bells going there. This sound is benefiting from the filter dance control, and we can change the sync rate of it. Right now it's like a very rhythmic moving thing. And that should give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. So if you want some nice cold textural sounds, almost like they're frozen over, iced out, these are inspired by the winter. Right now there's about 8 inches of snow on the ground here in New York, and it's been the source of inspiration since it's been so cold. So hopefully you enjoy these and you have some fun adding some chilly sounds into your music. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.